Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining today's session. I hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. My name is Saraswati, and I have been a part of Zoho One for past 3.5 years. And I'll be a host for this session, and I'm excited to take you through this webinar. So, to start things off, let's start the webinar with a quick analogy that we can all relate to. Imagine you're running a marathon. Everything is going smoothly, and then suddenly you hit a roadblock. What matters most in the moment isn't the roadblock itself, but how quickly you can find a way around it and keep moving forward. In the fast-paced world of businesses, those roadblocks often come in the form of customer issues and problems that needs to be resolved quickly. But what if you had the tools to eliminate those obstacles in real time? Picture this. Sarah is managing her bustling cafe, juggling orders, inventory, and social media updates using her laptop. When out of nowhere, her laptop starts to slow down right in the middle of her busiest day. Frustrating, isn't it? Because many of us in this room have faced this type of problem. But this is where the story takes a positive turn. Instead of panicking, Sarah reached out to Smart IT Solution, a trusted partner for IT support. So with just a few clicks, Sarah navigated to their website and booked an appointment at a time that perfectly fits her packed schedule. And when the time came in, the technician remotely connected to a system, diagnosed the issue, and optimized the solution, all without Sarah having to step away from running a cafe. Now, let's break the process down in real time. So let me just navigate to Smart IT Solutions booking page. And from here, let's see how Sarah will try to book an appointment. So from here, she'll try to select the required service and book an appointment at a time that perfectly fits her packed schedule. So I'm just scheduling the appointment now. Instantly, she receives an email with a booking confirmation along with a screen sharing link for the session. At the same time, the assigned technician get a notification both in a system and via email. So let's wait for the email to come. As you could see, the assigned technician get a notification in his email. So at the scheduled time, the assigned technician can start the session by click on the start session link. So let's wait for Sarah to join the session. So once Sarah received the email, she have to download an application in the back end. So it used to initialize the session. So I'm just waiting for Sarah to join the session. So Sarah is trying to download the application. So it's time, it used to initialize it in the backend. Okay. As you can see, Sarah has joined to the session. So from here, I'll be able to easily access the screen, diagnose the issue, and optimize the solution, all without Sarah having to step away from running a cafe. So now, let's think about how fast and effortless this entire mechanism is. And this seamless experience was made possible by the true game changers behind the scene, Zoho Assist and Zoho Bookings. And that's what we'll be exploring today. How to fast track issue resolution with Zoho Assist and Zoho Bookings in Zoho One. Let's see how these tools, part of the Zoho One suite, give businesses the ability to overcome the roadblocks as they happen. So before we dive into today's session, I have a few agendas for you. So let me just spell out the agenda. So first, I'll start by introducing Zoho One. And after that, I'll take a closer look at a powerful tool for streamlining your scheduling and managing customer appointment. And then we'll see a remote support tool that enables you to troubleshoot issues for your customer without leaving your desk. And finally, we'll dive in to see how Zoho Bookings and Zoho Assist can be used in tandem to provide a faster and more efficient customer service process with some real-life use cases. So we'll dive right into the first topic. So you might be asking, like, what exactly is Zoho One? So if you're already familiar with it, that's great. But for those who aren't, here is a quick introduction to what Zoho One is all about. So do you have any idea like what this picture means? You can post your answer in the chat box of the webinar. Yeah, so basically it represents the cockpit. So I have added this image in this slide because a cockpit allows the pilot to control all function in one place. Similarly, Zoho One is an all-in-one sort of application designed to manage every aspect of your business, from sales and marketing to finance and support. So basically, it brings together over 45 plus integrated applications, providing you with a tool to run your organization seamlessly from various departments. So if you are looking to enhance your customer engagement or streamlining your workflows or automate your sales processes, Zoho One offers everything you need on a single platform. So now, within the Zoho One bundle, let's take a closer look at how Zoho Bookings is streamlining your scheduling and managing customer appointments. So basically, Zoho Booking is an appointment scheduling tool that helps businesses to streamline the scheduling and managing customer appointments. So to give you the clear understanding of its capabilities, I'll now switch to Zoho Bookings application and walk you through the functionalities in it. So to access the Zoho Bookings application, I'm heading over to one.zoho.com. And this is how the dashboard of Zoho One looks. And from here, I'll try to select my bookings application. And in case if you are unable to see the application here, you can also add the application in the unassigned app section and you can include it in your Zoho One bundle. So I'll just try to access my Zoho Bookings application here. And once I log into my Zoho Bookings application, the first thing that I'll see is the appointment calendar and the workspace. So basically, appointment calendar is a dedicated place where you can track and manage all your scheduled appointments. Then comes the workspace. So a workspace acts as a dedicated environment for each service group or location. Let's say Smart IT Solutions, which operates across multiple regions like India, Australia, New York. In this scenario, we can create a separate workspace for each location, and for each workspace, we can set a house-specific services with consistent settings. Let's take a closer look at how this is done. So let's walk you through how to create and manage workspace in your Zoho Bookings application. So I'm heading over to the Bookings application again. So once the workspace is being created, this is how it's been listed out. So you can select the respective workspace and you can view all your appointments in it. So to create a new workspace, I'm selecting the Manage Business icon at the top right corner of the screen. From here, I'm selecting the workspaces. So when I click on the workspaces, to create a new workspace, you can click on the plus icon that is available in the top left corner of the screen. So here, you can provide the name for the workspace. So I'm going to specify this workspace name as Smart IT Solutions US. Okay, so after saving, it is used to take into the settings page of the new workspace where we can start customizing the workspace information. So in this basic information tab, we can provide the name of the workspace and we can enable or disable the workspace here, whether it is active or inactive. Great. Now that we have created the workspace. So what is the next step that we used to do? Basically, we need to associate the service to it. Imagine Smart IT Solutions is offering cloud service, network security, data backup, hardware rentals for customers located in the India, that is in the US region. Let's see how we can associate these services within the workspace. So to associate the service, I'm heading back to the application. In the Service tab, to add a new workspace, simply click on the Add New Service icon. Zoho Bookings offers 4 different types of services which you can add. So we'll dive deeper into the service type now. So first service that we do have is the one-on-one service. Basically, one-on-one service allows businesses to provide a personalized attention by pairing a single customer with a specific staff member. So Smart IT Solutions wants to use the one-on-one booking to assist customer with IT-related issues. Let's say I'm going to specify the name of the issue as IT Issues US. So here you can specify the duration for the service. And in case if you want to set an additional time, before and after an appointment, you can add the additional time by using the buffer time section. So basically, buffer time is a feature where you can add additional time before and after an appointment. So this gives your agent an ample time for preparation beforehand and wrapping up afterhand. So once you add the buffer time option, you can specify the duration for pre-buffer and post-buffer. So I'm going to specify the pre-buffer as 5 minutes and the post-buffer as 10 minutes. And in case, if you want to make this service as a paid service, like you can set the price by toggling the setting to paid and you can specify the amount. And in the preferred meeting mode section, you can choose a preferred meeting mode for the appointment. And these tools are being populated based on which video conferencing tools you have integrated with your application. And in case, if you want to make this service as an in-person service, you can associate the physical address in it. So this helps the customers in the smart IT solutions to easily locate the service center, like where they are expected to bring the device and connect with the technician. And after entering the details, like you can click on Save. And in this Staff Assign tab, you can associate the right agent who is going to take care of the respective service. So here you can add one or more staff to the service. So I'm going to select all and click on Save. And after creating the service, it used to direct it to the service information page where I can start customize my service details. So for each and every service, the system used to generate a dedicated service booking page URL. So to access the URL, I am heading over to Go to icon. So when I click on this icon, as you could see, this is how your service booking page URL looks. And from here, the customer can easily book the respective service. So now we have created the service. So what is the next step that we used to do? Basically, we need to set the availability of the service, right? So for that, I'm heading over to the service availability section. So in this section, you can customize the availability of the service to suit specific duration and time frame. So in the available date range section, you can set the service to be remain forever or limited to a specific period. So I'm going to specify this date range is forever now. And within that period, we can also set the exact time during when the bookings are allowed. So you can open the appointment slots based on the availability of the staff assigned to the service or based on a custom selection. So I'm going to set the available time is based on the staff availability. So once we set the availability, the next step is to fine-tune the service setting to make the booking experience more seamless and customer-friendly. For that, I'm jumping into the service preference section. Let's see how we can explore the process of optimizing your booking process. So the first setting that we do have in the service preference is let customer select staff. So if this option is enabled, let's see, if a customer wants to book an appointment with a specific staff member, they can choose a preferred staff member from the list displayed on the booking page. And in case if this is disabled, customer won't see the option here. Instead, the system used to automatically assign the staff based on the availability, ensuring even distribution of appointments among the team. And here, so this setting lets you choose how the time zone for your booking page should be made visible to your customer. So we can set the time zone here. So if you set this as customer local time, automatically it used to capture the customer time zone and it used to set the date and time according to it. Or else in case if you want any of this time to be reflected in your service page, you can choose a time zone here and that will be reflected in your booking page. So after booking an appointment, customer will see a confirmation page. So here we can customize the content for the confirmation page. And if desired, you can also insert your own confirmation page and redirect your customer to a specific website or page instead. In the appointment title customization, you can customize a title for an appointment. To do this, simply click on the Customize Now button and you can enter your preferred text. And this text is going to be appear in the calendar events, online meeting, SS sessions, and ICS files. So this is how the service page looks. But What if you are trying to fine tune how the appointment slots are spaced out? Let's see here, all the appointments are spaced out with 15 minutes interval. Consider Smart IT Solutions wants to set the appointment timing with 30 minutes interval. So this is where the scheduling interval feature comes into a play. So using the scheduling interval, we can define how the time slots, that is how the start times are segmented in your booking page. So to set the time slot based on 30 minutes interval, I'm going to specify this as 30 minutes now. So when I click on save, after refreshing my page, you could see all the slots are being spaced out with 30 minutes interval. So here, the scheduling interval are classified into two types. One is a fixed time slot, the other one is adjusted slot. Let's go with an example to understand the behavior of this. Imagine a customer booked an appointment from 10 to 10:15. So here's how the time slot would adjust depending on the settings we choose. So if it's a fixed time slot, the time slot stays the same no matter what. Like even though someone booked an appointment from 10 to 10:15, the next available time slot will still be 10:30. Whereas with the adjusted time slot, the system used to adjust in order to avoid any conflict. Since 10 to 10:15 is already booked, so the next available time slot starts from 10:15, 10:45, and so on. So with the adjust time slot, the system used to adjust in order to avoid any conflict in the existing appointments. So this is the working behavior of the scheduling interval part. So now, let's see, all the appointments are landed to your application successfully. But what if your customers are trying to book an appointment at the last minute? Basically, we do not want any unexpected surprises, right? So this is where the booking notice comes into a play. So here, I can manage the appointment timing by setting a minimum and maximum booking notice. So let's say I'm going to specify the minimum booking notice to 2 hours and the maximum booking notice to 7 days. Let's see how this is going to be reflected in my booking page. So when I set the minimum booking notice to 2 hours, customers will be able to book an appointment that are at least 2 hours ahead. In the same way, when I set the maximum booking notice to 7 days, customer can schedule an appointment only for the next 7 days. As you could see, all the other dates are marked as grayed out. Only the next 7 days data are being visible here. So using the booking notice feature, we can avoid the last minute and excessively far booking. So in case if you want to define rules, condition or guidelines that a customer must agree before booking an appointment, you can enable the terms and condition feature here. And if desired, you can also insert a link and redirect your customer to read your privacy or policy or terms and condition before booking an appointment. So now let's think about the cancellation and reschedule part. A customer books a 5 p.m. slot, but later they decide to cancel an appointment at the last minute. So without a clear policy, definitely this leads to an empty slot and lost time. So this is where the scheduling, that is the cancellation and rescheduling window comes into a play. Let's say if I set the cancellation and reschedule window to 6 hours, customers will be able to book an appointment. And in case if they want to cancel an appointment, like it's a customer books an appointment at 6 p.m. In this scenario, they will be able to cancel an appointment as long as they do so by 12 p.m. on the same day. So these are the key functionalities that are involved in the service preference section. So once we set the service preference, the next important step is ensuring your customers stay informed. So this is where the service notifications comes into a play. So with this feature, we can automate SMS and email updates for both your customer and for your staff. So whenever an appointment is booked, cancelled, or rescheduled, an instant notification is sent out, serving as a confirmation for your customer or keeping your staff in the loop about an important updates. Here, we can also customize the template for both your SMS and for your email section. So to do this, simply click on the customize icon and you can customize your template based on your business requirement. And in case if you want to set an automatic reminder before an appointment, you can also set the automatic reminder here. This used to trigger at a custom time before an appointment. So as you could see in the service booking page URL, If a customer wants to book an appointment, they are required to specify their details, that is, the name, email address, contact information, because these informations are used to send them an email reminder or email notification about their upcoming appointments or cancellation or reschedule. So the fields that are appear in the booking form section can be configured in the service booking form page. And in case, instead of this field, in case if you want to add any other custom fields, you can easily add the field by clicking on the add field section. And here you could see you'll be able to view a button called schedule appointments. And in case if you want to customize the button information, you can simply customize the text of the button by clicking this icon, and you can enter the preferred text. And as I just mentioned, for each and every service, the system used to generate a dedicated service booking page URL. So in this part, we can customize the last part of the service booking page URL to make it more personalized. So to do this, simply click on the customize icon, enter your preferred text, and click on save. So I'm going to specify this as US now, and I'm clicking save. So when I navigate to the service booking page URL, as you could see, the preferred text that we have added, it's reflected in the URL. And so this is your service booking page URL. What if you're trying to embed this URL on your website? So this is where the embed as widget function comes into play. So when you click on this, an iframe snippet code will be enabled, so which you can use to place your service booking page URL on your website. So these are the functionalities that are involved in the service module. So now I'll again move on to the workspace section and try to cover the other services that are available. So for that, I'm heading over to the service module again. That is, I'm heading over to the workspace module again. From here, I'm selecting the workspace. And this is the workspace that we have created. I'm just entering this. As you could see, the service that I have created is reflected here. So the next service that we do have is group booking. Basically, group booking allows customer to book the same time slot for a shared session with a specific staff member. So this group booking is perfect for training classes, workshops, or webinar. Here, a group of participants can add together. So Smart IT Solutions wants to use group booking to host software onboarding session for newly hired employees. Let's see how we can configure the group booking now. So I'm going to specify this as software onboarding session. So here you can specify the date and time, and you can set the duration. In the number of seats section, you can set the number of participants that can be accepted per session. So I'm going to specify the number of seats as 10. And you can choose a repeat type if the service is going to be repeat or will span over a number of days. So here, when I click on repeat, it is classified into two types. One is a booking type is in drop-in, the other one is series. You can choose drop-in for recurring classes. Let's say you are conducting a daily IT training program. So in this scenario, like a customer can book one session and the rest repeated automatically. And you can choose series for services that take place over a number of days. So Smart IT Solution is conducting a software onboarding session, and it's going to done for next 3 days. So in this scenario, for on each and every day, they used to cover a specific task. So you can choose series for services that take place over number of days. In the repeat section, you can choose the repeat type, and in the repeat until section, you can choose the end date and the recurrence for the date. And after entering the information, you can click on save. And in case if you want to make this service as a paid service, you can set the price by toggling the setting to pay. And you can assign the respective staff member in the staff assign section. And once done, you can save the entry. This is how the service, that is the group booking feature, comes into play. Now we'll try to cover the other service that is available, that is named as resources booking. So resources booking involves reserving a specific resources like an equipment or room along with a service. I'll just help you with an example to understand the scenario. Let's say a customer in Smart IT Solution books a server installation service. In this scenario, the system reserves the technician along with the required equipment such as a server kit. So this ensures both the technician and the required equipment are available for the appointment. Now let's see how to create the resources booking now. Before creating the resources booking, first I'll let you know from where we need to add the resources in your Zoho Bookings application. So for that, I'll just try to duplicate the page. And in the Manage Business icon, you have the resources module in this menu. So you can choose the module. And to create a new resources, simply click on the plus icon. So you can provide the name for the resources. I'm going to specify the name as Server Kit. And you can enter the details. And after saving, it used to redirect to the service, that is to the resources information page, where we can start customizing the resources information. And for each and every resources, the system used to generate a dedicated resources booking page URL. So here we can customize the availability of the resources. And in case if you want to customize the resources booking page URL, you can customize all those information in this tab. So now I'm heading back to the workspace module again and try to create the resources booking. So to add a resources booking, I'm selecting the resources booking icon here. So from here, I can provide the name of the resources. So I'm going to name this as Software Installation Service. So in the name of the resources, as you could see, the resources that we have created is appear. So I'm going to select the resources now. And in the price by section, you can set the time period and the amount chargeable for the time period. So I'm going to specify the time period for this resources booking as 1 hour. And I can enter the amount is 5,000 INR. And after entering the details, like you can click on Save. And the final booking that we do have in Zoho Bookings application is the collective booking. Let's see how we can create the collective booking now. So, to add the collective booking, simply click on the collective booking icon. Basically, collective booking in Zoho Bookings allows customer, let's bundle related service into a single appointment. So here we can manage appointment that requires the involvement of multiple staff member to a specific customer. Let's say Smart IT Solution is offering a complete IT maintenance package to the customer, and that offers a software update service, hardware diagnostic session, and a data backup setup. So with this scenario, a customer can book all the 3 services in one go rather than scheduling them individually. So with the collective booking, we can manage appointments that requires the involvement of multiple staff members to a single customer. Let's see how we can create the collective booking now. So here, I can provide the name of the collective booking. So I'm going to specify this as IT maintenance. And you can specify the duration here, and you can set the additional time. And in the group assign section, as you could see, here you can add a group of agent to a specific appointment. So I'm going to add Jay and Darshan here. In this scenario, they both are going to join the session and each of them will going to take care of the respective service. So this is how the collective booking work in Zoho Bookings application. So once entering the details, like you can click on Save. So once the service is created, this is how it used to look. And for each, like once we have created the service, the system used to generate a dedicated workspace booking page URL. So to access the URL, I'm selecting the go to icon. And as you could see, it consolidates all the services in a selected workspace. So this helps a customer to easily view and choose from a variety of services on a single page. So here, once the servers are being created, we can rearrange the service by using the drag and drop icon. So when I rearrange this is going to be reflected in my booking page. And as I just mentioned, so this is like these are the functionalities that are involved in the service tab. As I just mentioned, Like in case whenever an appointment is booked, if you want to automate an email and SMS update for your customer, you can set those information in the notification tabs. But what if you are trying to automate tasks that involves more complex logics and things can't be handled by the default section? Let's say Smart IT solution is trying to create an invoice in Zoho CRM as soon as an appointment is booked in Zoho Bookings application. This is where the custom function feature comes into a play. So with a custom function feature, we can automate tasks that involves more complex logic and things can be handled by the default action. So based on these triggers, we can write a simple deluge script that used to automate all your complex tasks. And in the booking form, when I try to book an appointment, as you could see, the customers are classified into two types. One is a guest user, the other one is a registered user. As we have already seen the functionalities of the guest user, so now I'll just try to cover the functionalities of the registered user. So, registered user is also called as a customer portal user in your Zoho Bookings application. So, when they register to the application, it used to create a personal account for themselves. Based on that, they will be able to manage all their appointments in a single place. Let's see. The fields that are appear here will be going to be reflect in this booking form section. So as you could see, when I click on the guest user here, you'll be able to view some default fields, right? So here where you will be able to configure those fields. In the same way, when you are trying to sign up to the application, customers will be able to view some fields. So in this part, you can customize those fields. And in case if you want to add any additional fields, that is any custom fields, you can add them over here and you can collect the data from your customer. Let's say how this customer portal will be reflected in Zoho Bookings then. So as I have already registered to the application, so now I'll try to sign in via a customer and I'll see how it's going to be look. So when I register to the application, that is when I sign into the application, this is how the customer portal looks. So from here, as a customer, they'll be able to view all their upcoming appointments and their previous appointments, and this allows the customer to view, cancel, and reschedule the appointment data. So this is how the customer portal looks like in Zoho Bookings application. And these settings are similar to those in the service module. Any adjustment made here will apply exclusively to the respective workspace, and it also used to override the settings we have done in the service module. So far we have explored the functionalities that is available in the workspace tab and in the service module. So now I'll just move on to the staffs module and see how we can overcome the functionalities in it. So this is where you can track and manage all your staffs in your Zoho Bookings application. So for each and every staff, the system used to generate a dedicated staff booking page URL. So here you can also customize the working hour of the staff. You can set the availability of the work, you can set the availability of the staff, you can set the special working hours, and you can set the unavailability and schedule time off. So the system used to check the availability of the staff and display the corresponding slots on the booking page. And on the booking page module, you will be able to view a list of all the workspace URL in your organization, the service page URL of your workspace, and the staff URLs. So these URLs can either be embedded in your system, that is in your website, or you can share directly with your customer. And this helps your customer to easily book and to easily book an appointment with a specific staff member or with a specific service seamlessly. So basically, these are the key functionalities that are involved in the Zoho Bookings application. So now I'll dive into Zoho Assist application and I'll walk you through how a remote support tool that enables you to troubleshoot issues for your customer without leaving your desk. So before we dive into the functionalities, first I'll just let you know what Zoho Assist is all about. Basically, Zoho Assist is a cloud-based software that enables businesses to provide access and control the customer screen from anywhere around the world. And it also enables collaboration between technical teams, ensuring multiple people can work together on the same problem. Let's see what are the benefits of using Zoho Assist. First and foremost, it saves time and money. Since remote support can be provided without physically visiting customer screen, it eliminates the need for travel and related expenses. This is especially helpful when where the businesses for the customers are located around the world. Another benefit of using Zoho Assist is that it provides 24 into 7 support. Since customers can be supported remotely, there is no need for an organization to have a staff on site all the time. Additionally, Zoho Assist provides an enhanced layer of security, ensuring all your customers' data remain safe and secure at all times. So to give you the clear understanding of its capabilities, I'll now switch to Zoho Assist application and walk you through the functionalities in it. So to access the Zoho Assist application, I'm heading over to one.zoho.com, and from here, I'll try to access my Zoho Assist application. So once I navigate to my Zoho Assist application, like this is how the dashboard will look. From here, we'll see how to use the Assist application. So to access the customer screen, I am just selecting the remote support option at the top left corner of the screen, and this will take you to the home page of the Zoho Assist application. And to access the customer screen, I am selecting the Access Remote Screen button, and here you can provide the email address of the customer. After entering the email address, you can click on Start Now if you want to start the session immediately, or you can click on the Schedule button if you want to set it for a later time. So I'm going to start the session now. So when I click on Start Now, the system is used to send an email notification to the customer. And in case if the customer does not receive any email due to some instance, you can also guide your customer to navigate to join.zoho.com, and you can provide this session ID to your customer. And once you have provided the session ID, the system used to download an application and initialize a session. Additionally, if a customer needs guidance on navigating an application, or if they require a demo for a specific app, as a technician, we can also share our own screen to the customer. To do this, simply click on the Share My Screen option, and you can enter the email address of the customer. And you can follow the same step to send the email invitation. And once the customer joined to the session, we can walk them through the process in real time. And on the home page, you can view a complete list of sessions on your system. This will include both your active sessions and the session history. And you can also organize the sessions by marking them as favorite for easier access. And basically, we are providing a remote support to our customers, right? For all the customers who we have initiated the access remote screen, or whom we have initiated the share screen, like all those customers will be landed to the contacts module. So this is where you can manage all your customer data in your Zoho Assist application. And you can also add a new customer by clicking the Add New Contact here. And in case if you want to add the contact in bulk, you can click on the Import Contact icon. Zoho Assist offers three different ways you can associate the contact to your Zoho Assist application. The first one we do have is import your contacts from your Google Contact. You can import it from your Zoho CRM, or you can import the data from .csv or .vcf files. And once a contact is being added, you can manage and you can have a remote support with your customer. Okay, now let's think in another way. What if your customer will be able to connect with your technician without needing an email invitation or a session ID to start a remote session? Sounds interesting, right? This is where the service queue comes into a play. A service queue also acts as a self-service portal in your Zoho Assist application. Basically, when we set the service queue, customer does not need any email invitation or session IDs to start a remote session. Let's see how we can configure the self-service portal in your Zoho Assist application. So to configure the self-service portal, I'm just heading over to the settings icon at the top right corner. And from here, I'm selecting the self-service portal and like beneath the remote support option. So to configure the self-service portal in Zoho Assist application, basically you have to follow two steps. The first step is like you have to enter the company name, and the second step is like you have to perform the authentication. So here I'm gonna provide my company name. So I'm gonna add this is US. And after entering the email, that is after entering the company name, the system used to generate a company portal URL. This URL can be used by your organization technician to log in and to provide a remote support. And the next step that we do have is to set the authentication. So basically here we have to choose the authentication method, and this allows your customer to access the self-service portal and to raise the inbound request. So I'm going to specify the authentication method as unattended access, that is unauthenticated access. And after entering the email address and after clicking on save, so it's seen the screen has been loading because it used to generate a self-service portal in the backend. So just wait for a few more minutes. I'll navigate to the application again. Okay, so I'm heading over to the self-service portal again. As you could see, the system used to generate, like after configuration, the system used to generate a self-service portal URL and the technician portal URL. So your organization can embed this self-service portal URL either on your website or you can share directly with your customer. So using this link, customer can visit the self-service portal URL, and from here, a customer can provide the necessary details in this form. Let's say I'm going to specify my name and I'm going to enter my email address, and here you can describe your issue. And after submitting, I'm heading over to the Assist application again. As you could see, in the service queue module, an inbound request is created. And from here, the technician can click on accept. And after clicking on accept, the customer can follow the on-screen instruction to download an application and to join to the session. Basically, the self-service portal provides a faster and more efficient way for your customer to join with your technician. So they do not need any email invitation or session ID to start a remote session. So you can make use of this feature in your organization and you can achieve more possible outcomes in it. And the other tab that we do have in Zoho Assist application is the unattended access. So here you can add your customer's device and you can add your customer screen and you can assist your customer. That is, you can assist your customer device and screen without requiring their presence. So this enables a seamless remote support at any time. And in case if you want to arrange a virtual meeting with your customer, if you want to add multiple participants to the Assist application, you can also create a meeting and you can invite your participants and you can interact with them through screen sharing, audio, or video conferencing too. So finally, we do have the reports module that is available in Zoho Assist. So here you can view a customized data that includes the detailed information about each and every module in Zoho Assist application. And for each and every module, you'll be able to find out a detailed data and insights for all the sessions that is conducted in the platform. So this is how the functionalities that is in Zoho Assist application looks. Now I'll dive into seeing like how Zoho Bookings and Zoho Assist can be used in tandem to provide a faster and more efficient customer service process. For that, I'm heading over to Assist application again, and from here, I'll try to cover the integration part. So I'm heading over to the Bookings application now. So to set up the integration, I'm selecting the integration at the top right corner of the screen. So integrations in Zoho Bookings helps you to easily connect your Zoho Bookings application with your other third-party application and with your other Zoho apps. So from this section, you can sync your appointment calendar with your other third-party calendars and with your other Zoho app calendars. And you can also associate the video conferencing tool here in case if you want to arrange a virtual meeting with your customer. And in case if you want to collect payment for the paid services, you can enable the payment gateways and you can collect the payments for the paid services. In the other section, you'll be able to view the list of available connections in your Zoho Bookings application, and you can integrate the tool that best fit your business needs. So from here, I'm selecting the Zoho Assist application. Let's see how we can integrate the application now. So to integrate the application, I'm clicking the Connect Zoho Assist icon. So this used to redirect to the connection page. From here, I click on Exit. And once we authorize, a Configure tabs open up with all the one-on-one services that we have created in the Zoho Bookings application. So we can drag and drop the service either to a screen sharing session or to a remote support session. So I have dropped this to the remote support session. And after configuring the setup, you can click on Save. So now I'll heading over to the service module. From here, I'll try to select the service that we have created. And in the service information tab, as you could see, the Create Assist Session toggle is set to Yes. And here you can choose a session type, either as a screen sharing or remote support session. And once done, you can save the entry. Okay, what if you are trying to send the screen sharing or the remote support, that is a remote session link to your customer whenever an appointment is booked? So this is where in the service notification page, what we will be able to do is we can customize the template by entering the assist information. So this is how the merge tags will be available. So in the insert tab, we have the assist info merge tag. And once you have added this merge tag, whenever a customer book an appointment, this used to send an email notification to the customer with the meeting information along with the screen sharing link for the session. I'm just saving the data. And so far, like we have discussed how this is going to be reflected in the service tab. Now I'll heading over to the Assist application and I'll let you know how we can add Zoho Booking staff as a technician to your Zoho Assist application. So for that, I'm heading over to the Zoho Assist application. From here, I'm selecting the setting icon. And under the organization, we do have the Manage Technicians. So here we can add the technician. Here you can associate your Zoho Booking staff as a technician to your Zoho Assist application. So when I click on Add Remote Technician, this used to redirect to the Zoho One admin panel page where you can choose respective agent and you can choose the role and you can choose a department. And after saving, an invitation will be sent to them and they can accept the invitation. And once they are added as an accepted user, they will be able to provide a remote support to customer when appointments are booked with them in Zoho Bookings. So basically, these are the functionalities that are involved in your Zoho Bookings and in your Zoho Assist application. So to give you a clear overview, Zoho Bookings is an appointment scheduling software that helps businesses to provide an online support to your customer, whereas Zoho Assist is a remote support tool that enables you to troubleshoot issues for your customer without leaving your desk. And this is how we can fast track your issue resolution with Zoho Assist and Zoho Bookings. So that's all for today's session. Thank you so much for staying connected.